welcome back to another video with me, Robbie, 2E0RDJ. Today you join me actually from the back of my van. Those of you who have heard me operating portable, I've started doing a little bit of operating portable out of my van. I've had 2m77s in here for ages in the front of the cab, but I just needed to tidy the feeder up. I've also just installed this LED strip. So we're just doing a bit of cable routing. I just thought I'd give you a little update on what we're doing in the van today and how I'm routing my coaxes. And I've just put another whip on for 10 metres on a 3/8 thread, so we'll have a look at that in a moment. So I'm hoping you can see on the roof of the van, on the right hand side here, we got the 2m77s antenna. It's only a small little whip, about a metre, and then on this side it's an old CB antenna, but I've cut it a little bit shorter than needs be. So that is cut, it's very old. It's cut for 10 metres. It's quite a bit bigger, but that's I've just made these little brackets for now. To step off on my roof bars. So before I had the roof bars I used to just bolt straight into the roof, but yeah, that's the outside, so nothing too interesting, but I'll show you some more as we progress now. And as I got the rear doors of the van, just coming through in the back of the doors, 2 feeders, RG58, one's for the 2m77s, one's for the 10 metre whip, and I've threaded them all the way down through here, all the way along here. As you can see, I'm just in the process of actually pulling that one through now to do the final drop, which comes down here, and I will go underneath the step and into the cab because that's the easiest route. So that's how far we've got here. Also, like I said earlier, I've installed this LED strip, which I've just got to finish tidying all the cabling up. So everything's a little bit messy in the back of here. I do actually need to have a tidy up on the back of the van, but there isn't really much point when I was going to make more mess pulling these feeders through. So I'm just going to pull the rest of this feeder through just to here. As you can see, it's actually been quite awkward. You get some turns, and it's only RG58, it's nothing special. Shoelace coax, as I like to call it, because my shoelaces are generally thicker than RG58. I don't know what we're going to do with that. Yeah, oh well. Right, let's continue. So like I said earlier, the 2m77s antenna has been on here for, like, nearly had the van 2 years. It's probably been on nearly 2 years, but thought I'd put a whip, well, a 3/8 mount. I've got that 10 metre whip at the moment, like I've just showed you. But you can get all sorts of whips, can't you? Tank whip, they call it, for 40 metres or something, like 3 metres long or something ridiculous. Good luck getting underneath bridges with that on the roof of the van. Well, that's that anyway. And I've got to work out how to get this under the step now, and I think we're probably going to have to drill into the plastic, so I've already unscrewed the floorboards, so we can hopefully wedge a piece of tape or a screwdriver in it. At the moment, I think I've just run the cable under the floorboards, but fun times. I'm gonna have to like wedge the cable down through, I think. Let's give it a go. Let's leave the 12-volt one till last. Let's do the So hopefully over the next few weeks I'm going to do a video or two of some portable operating. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, we'll try and do some of that. Ooh. More turns in the coax. This is why you don't buy rubbish coax off of eBay. I feel like I'm going to stab my face with a screwdriver doing this. It's pretty dodgy. I'm also quite nervous of the coax getting trapped. This is the next fiddly bit. I've got this is under the floor. Here's the step into the van. You can run the cable under the step, but we want to be going through this gap where this other one goes. So what I did before is I just ran the cable in between the grooves of the floor. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do that again. I think we're gonna use some gaffer tape, just tape it in place before we lay the floor back down, and then hopefully everything's gonna go through this little gap here. That's what I'm hoping anyway, and then we'll be into the front of the van. It's a bit messy in here at the moment, but I'm slowly getting there. I've got that's an amplifier, not for radio sadly, for audio. So those who know me know I'm quite into my audio, but I've got focal all in my van as well. So this is the Kenwood TMD 710, 2m70 sems. And yeah, somehow I need to just tidy all this up a little bit in here. So that's also something we'll be doing. I taped it, look. So that's not going to get caught by the floorboards now. Hopefully that misses that. And yeah, it's a bit better. Nice bit of surface rust in there then, wasn't there? Yeah, I don't really like gaffer tape, but when you can't see it, it doesn't really matter, does it? So all we're actually trying to do here is just protect the cables. I mean, once the floorboard's down, they can't move, but we don't want the floorboard sitting on the cables, so that's what we've achieved by doing that. Next mission is to get it into the cab. Surprisingly easier than I thought. There's loads of room here. Those cables all sit quite nicely there, where the floorboard's not going to damage them. And then just round in here, you can see where they come out, and obviously you see where I've cable tied stuff in here previously, so we'll neaten all that up now and get it all in and try and sort some of the electrical wiring as well. Okay, so without having too much of a rewiring, shortening the lengths and stuff, because it's still easier to lift stuff out when I need to fiddle with it, like the attenuation pots on the focal amp and stuff like that. These are both velcroed in now, so I can just peel the velcro off, and if I want to take the TMD 710 out I can, if I want to take the amp out I can. It's all very easy. So that's as neat as that's going to get for now. I haven't got as far as putting the coax in for the 10 metre radio yet, or well, HF radio. I haven't exactly decided what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to leave it long enough that I can sit the radio on the passenger seat for now. And we'll work out, because there's not much room in the dashboard of the caddy. We'll have a look at that in a minute. So now I've got the cables through to the front, I'm going to put this wall back, well, this piece of plywood back on that was on the van when I got it. I don't really think much of it, but I actually feel like I've got a lot more space without it there, but I think I'm going to put it back on just because it was there. So let's try and get that back on. Whoops. The camera's actually balanced. I don't know if you've seen the tyres I had in here. I've managed to wedge it in the tread, so, well, my phone. Let's see if we can put this back on without the camera falling over. It's a shame I actually use this as a van, isn't it? Like, could carpet it all out, you know, be part of the dubbers. The VW gang. I mean, probably make quite a good small camper. I mean, people do it out of these little caddies. This is the maxi as well, so oh, I have slept in here. You can lie in the back of it. It's not particularly comfortable, but I suppose if you got a bed or whatever, it'd be alright, wouldn't it? I'm guessing where these screws work. That was a hole. That was one. It wasn't it, is now. Well, that wasn't too bad. So now what I've got to do, go to the shop, go and get some more cable, get this light wired in on the switch somehow in the front, and I can solder the PL259 on before we go and get them. So, and get some more cable for the inverter as well. So once we've done that, things will be getting there. This has been an ongoing project that I just never have time to do. So we're getting there. So still with the van, just soldered the PL259 on, labelled it up, heat shrunk it all down nicely, look. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave that in here for now, and when I get a better idea of what I'm going to do with the radio, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to put one in here at the moment. So just check the SWR on 2m70 sems antenna. Yeah, all good, well within tolerances. About 1.4 at the highest point on 2 meters and 1.2 on 70 sems, so well happy with that. I've also just checked the width for 10 meters, not quite resonant on 10. nevertheless it's on there. So yeah, it also works well on CB as well, as I've just found out. That's where it is mainly resonant. So yeah, other than that, it's all good here. Just got to work out a way of mounting. I've got the I'll show you in a second. I've got the TMD 710 face in the dash already, and I've had that there for a while, but just need to find somewhere else now where I'm going to put a HF radio, 10 meter radio, CB, so yeah, whatever you like. So it'd be quite handy because we do use it in work as well. So it's CB. Make things a bit easier for me anyway. So as you can see, I've got the TMD 710 mounted in the dashboard by there, which is fully removable. Turn it off, pull the Cat 5 out, take the face away. Microphone and all come out by here, and the speaker's obviously behind my seat. So now what I need to do is find out a way of how I'm going to mount my my 10 meter radio in by here. Yeah, I don't know, this pot is a bit rubbish. Pull it out perhaps and make something, I don't know. That'll be another day though. I'm not doing that today. Oh, I've broke it, of course I have. But yeah, that'll be another day. But that's pretty much it for all the work in the van that I wanted to do today. Got my second antenna mounted, all cabled in, ends terminated, stuff like that. Run all the cable all the way through. Check the SWR on both antennas, and I'm happy with progress we've done. So things I've got left to do in the van is get my inverter put in. I've got it here, I just need to get some more cable for it. The van is like an ongoing project. It's just my workhorse, so forever using it, and it's not quite getting the maintenance it should. Like engine wise, it loves it, gets loads of maintenance, but making it nice inside of here, it doesn't get half as far as I want it. But there we go, that's that. If you liked today's video, a bit random I know, give us a thumbs up and go and hit the subscribe button somewhere down there. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.